3 events remain in the classic era of evolution mode. We have just done the 356 Cup, and now it is time for me to head over to our next tournament event, which is officially the Class 2 tournament of the classic era. And I've already decided on which car it is I'm going to use because, well, after looking at a majority of the field for this event, you will notice a majority of the field are driving 356s, and there is only one 911 on the entry list. So, because I've just driven a 356, I am going to get myself a Porsche 911, and I know precisely which model to get as well, since I can afford it. And that is here. I'm going to be driving the Porsche 911 Coupe from 1965. It's a new car, and we can buy it for under 22,000 credits. So these are the stats. 130 miles an hour, flat 6 engine with 130 horsepower, along with a top speed of 130 miles an hour, and 0 to 60 in 9.1 seconds. And as for the colour, well, I really cannot tell if this is meant to be gold or if it's meant to be copper. You know what? I am gonna get this thing in this colour, because I want to be outlandish. And this is precisely what car I'm using. And of course it's a new car, so we don't have to worry about repair costs. And here we are then now for the Class 2 tournament. So, nearly all of the field is driving the Porsche 356B, and Swift is the only holdout, aside from me, with the Porsche 911. And the tracks we are going to include Black Forest, Seaside, and Downtown. And if we can win the tournament overall, we get a total of 20,000 credits. And I've already bought the car I'm using. Obviously, I'm using the 65 911 Coupe. And condition is perfect, so no need to worry. And of course, I am going to enter the advanced section, and that's a good thing as well, because it means we will get two 356s and also one 911. So that's what I'm doing. And don't need to qualify, I'm just going to get on with the race itself, as I said before. So, looks as though it's going to be sunset, and the weather is going to be nice and sunny, which also means it will be dry. And individuality strikes again among the colour choices, and Axel holds the track record in the 911 Targa, which is also the 67 911.
3, 2, 1, go!
And immediately sticking myself up to the front, and that's basically without thinking about making any legitimate passes. I basically just threaded the needle and immediately took the lead, basically. And it looks as though this is going to be a relatively easy win, the way I see it, because I'm already pulling away from the leaders now. I really cannot tell where Swift is, but I'm going to... oh, yep. I'm going completely the wrong way there. I thought for sure you basically had to go round the roundabout to take the full course, but apparently you don't. Anyways, now that I've got that little issue corrected, I will continue my domination. I could have just as easily bought a used 911 and probably performed the same thing, but either way, I'm pretty sure the element of challenge is going to be lackluster, judging by what I've seen so far. So, coming off the final corner now.
It's the final lap.
As we now start our second lap here at Black Forest. And it looks as though this is going to be a pretty easy win the way I see it. I have no idea what happened to Swift, except for saying he must have dropped back early on once I took the lead. And also noticing a few glitch effects here and there. Could just be the pixel rates or whatever. I don't anticipate myself to be breaking any records. As I am continually holding on to the race lead. Pretty sure no one's going to be challenging me, because I'm now well out in front of the rest of the field, and it looks as though this is going to be an easy win the way I see it. So, just got a few corners left now. Just try not to hit the walls whilst I do it. One corner left, final stretch, and there we go.
Congratulations, you've won the race.
And I won it in the end by 21 seconds over Moose. And Swift in the second 911 came home third. I was 18 seconds quicker than Moose altogether. And Braun finishes last in the other 356. So, double podium for the 911s at least, but... okay, yeah. Well, to be more specific, I was 18.3 seconds quicker than Moose altogether. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I should probably get a thumbnail of this thing. Just so I can get this out of the way nice and early. And what that also means is... you will get a look at my... I think beige Porsche 911. This is also definitely not going to be the last time in this game that we end up driving a 911. Because as many people would know, the 911 is easily synonymous with Porsche, and it is fair to say this will be far from the last time that we end up driving a Porsche 911. Just figured I'd mention that. Oh yeah, that was when I realised I had to not take the roundabout. Okay, well. Go a little further, see what happens. Yeah, can't really seem to get many good shots of this thing unless it's up close shots. Okay, I think that'll do it now for the thumbnail evidence. I think I've got enough footage there to clarify the footage I have. Oh, I'm also going to assume that's another filter, because that looks to be the original 911 design. So these are the results after the first race, and it looks as though Blaze won the novice race in the end of that. Chump is in 4th, Swift is currently tied for 5th with Shadow, Vegas 7th, and Braun is currently last with just 2 points. So let's move on to race 2, which is called Seaside. And of course I'm going to be choosing the advanced race because, well, that's where most of the points are on offer, and also because I know this is going to be easy. And for the first time we are actually driving at night in this game, and dry weather, so this should pretty much be a slick and swift drive the way I see it. And the record time is with Axel in the 911 Targa with 3 minutes and 14 seconds.
3, 2, 1, go!
With a best overall lap time of a 1:37. And immediately moving myself up into the lead. Of course, if I'd bought myself a used 911, I have no doubt in saying I would more or less be doing the same thing. The first time ever I'm actually driving at night in this game, but thankfully, however, we are driving on closed streets, so it's not going to be completely pitch black. And surprisingly so far, I'm doing better than I thought I was going to do. And that's a wall. Well, at least I can say I'm doing better so far than I thought I was going to be doing. Probably didn't need to brake there, but either way, I am just playing with caution, because I don't want to wreck myself around this joint.
It's the final lap.
As we now begin our second lap here at Seaside. Of course, I've already got the video footage for my thumbnail of this segment. And it now looks as though everything else is going to be going relatively smoothly, I would suspect. Oh, that's a wall. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen at some point. Well, I basically knew I was not going to come out of this race accident-free. Maybe part of the reason for that is because, well, my curtains are open and I almost cannot see a damn thing over where the walls are. And downshifting there again, have no idea why I did that, except for saying it was probably just out of fear. But either way, it doesn't matter because I am well out in front once again, and it is 2 victories in a row.
Congratulations! You've won the race!
For me and my beige 911. And I won by 12.5 seconds in the end over Swift. Moose was in 3rd, and Braun finishes last. So a 1-2 for the outspoken 911s. Well, technically a 1-2 finish for the Porsche 911 Duo. Officially. I think that's right. But yeah, you know. Anyways. 20 points to me. We now have a tie for second in points between Blaze and Chump. Swift is now tied for fourth with Moose as a result of him finishing second in the previous race. And Shadow and Vegas are 6th and 7th, and Braun is still last with just 4 points. And now it's time for our final race, which takes place at downtown. And of course I'm going with the advanced race because I know that's where most of the money is. So another nighttime race and dry weather. I have no doubt in saying it's probably going to be the same story as what I had in the previous race. And the overall track record is 2 minutes and 36.6 seconds. Set by Spark. And Buzz currently has the lap records.
3, 2, 1, go!
Of a 1 minute 13.8. Anyways. Here we are now in downtown. I'm going to assume this looks like downtown New York, but either way I don't know for sure until I do the research. But either way, point is, we are downtown. And since it is in America, I would imagine it probably is downtown New York the way I see it. And so far at least, I am already pulling away from the rest of the field, as I should have anticipated. And braking a little bit more there than I needed to. But anyway, 1 lap down, 1 to go.
It's the final lap.
So, it is now time for our second lap here. And judging by those buildings I can see there, this probably is downtown New York. Except for saying it's more like downtown Brooklyn, because I think Manhattan is on the other side somewhere, from what I can tell. Anyways. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, judging by those skyscrapers I can see there, this probably has to be downtown New York, the way I see it. But anyway, going over the bridge and into what should be the final right-hander of this lap, and there we go. Clean sweep.
Congratulations! You've won the race!
Clean sweep for me and my beige Porsche 911. And Swift wound up finishing third once again, Moose was second, and Braun finishes last. So it's another $2,000 to me, 1,500 to Moose, 1,000 to Swift, and 500 credits to Braun, I think. Anyway. I probably should have got my thumbnail evidence of one of the night races, if I would have known there was going to be 2 of them, but oh well, we'll have to save that for another time. I also really like how, with the loading screen, you basically get these filters of the cars you're driving. But there we go, it's official. So, I win by a clear 13 points over Blaze, who I'm going to assume must have won 2 out of 3 races in his respective division. Moose finishes third, and he's basically tied for third with Chump. Swift in the other 911 finishes 5th with 14 points, Shadow 6th, followed by Vegas, and Brawn finishes last with 6 points. So I get the bigger money, and I also get another 20 grand for my troubles. I think. Yes, I do. Added on, of course, to the 6 grand I won from the races prior. And now, I must head over to the trophy room. There it is, boys. My Class 2 tournament trophy. Ain't she a beaut? Yeah, that's what I thought. I can easily agree with that. Anyways. Another event is complete, and next time we will be doing either the Class 1 tournament or the 550 Spider Cup. I will think about this, but yeah. Anyways, with that, stay tuned for more of Porsche 2000.